Probably not the best place to put this advertisement, but if you want to support my channel or you see something interesting, read something interesting, I am a published author. I have Birthmark on paperback and Kindle book versions currently available on Amazon. You can just search Birthmark Pony. It'll come up. As well, there will be a link in the description below where you can get this. It just would help the channel out a lot if you got this book. It's about Birthmark and Skella if you're interested in those characters, or supporting the channel. It's a fun little way to do that, especially if you love reading. But let's get on to the video. Ah yes, Ponytown, the place where you can see things that you can't unsee. That's right, today on Ponytown, I am going to run around Ponytown on the test server. All these things are available on the PG server, the 18+ server, whatever server you're in. But I'm going to be here on this Patreon exclusive server to show you some things that you just can't unsee in Ponytown. Things that once you see it, you're going to be like, damn, why did you show that to me? Because I did not need to know that. I did not need to see that. I didn't want to see that. They're nothing bad, but to give you an idea of what this list is going to be like, look at these benches over here. Normal benches, right? Well, you would be wrong, because they're uneven. Ha ha ha! That's right. One of them is at least 1 to 2 pixels higher than the other. Ha ha! And it gets worse. The benches down here are exactly the same. Oh, and it gets much worse, let me tell you. Because most of the benches in Ponytown are uneven by 1 or 2 pixels. I don't know why they're all exactly like 1 or 2 pixels off, but there's so many benches in this game that are just off by like 1 or 2 pixels. I don't understand it at all. I don't know if they didn't want to just line those up for whatever reason, but there's only like 1 pair of benches in the entire game that is lined up, and that is way, way, way down here. If I can come do it really quick. Here's some more uneven benches, by the way. These are off by like 1 pixel. It's hard to notice, but they are off. These 2 benches right here are actually even with each other. They're on the same pixel height, you know, up and down. They're exactly even with each other. They're like the only bench in the entire game that's like that. I don't know why, but they are. So that's the first thing on this list. The second thing on this list, not as bad, but it is really interesting, and you probably won't be able to unsee this now that I've pointed it out. There are faces in the snow. That's right, there's faces in the snow. Let me come up here real quick. So as you can see here, there is a face in the snow. It's perfect. It's like a perfect little face, and there's multiples of these throughout the map. I don't know how many there are, and it kind of comes up as a coincidence when you really think about it. Actually, there's a second one here. But as you can see here, there is a face. You have 2 eyes here. You have eyebrows right above them, and even a mouth right underneath it. It is a perfect little face. You can't tell me otherwise. That is a face. There's another one right here. It's a little bit more lopsided, but there's faces in the snow, and I can't unsee that. Every single time I see the snow, I just see like little faces staring right back at me, and it's really weird. It's really awkward, and there's just faces in the snow. It's really weird. I don't know how to feel about it. And now you also don't know how to feel about it, or maybe you immediately know how to feel about it. But that's just another little thing that you can't unsee now that you've seen it. So this next one brings us all the way down here to the docks. As you can see, everything is perfectly normal. Everything is perfectly fine. Everything is totally fine. We have some snow on the boat. That's normal. But what's this? It can't possibly be. A missing pixel? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? I don't actually know what the deal is with this. It's been brought up multiple times by certain people. And it's just something that you can't unsee. It is not... Like, that little missing notch in the shadow is not in any of these other spots anywhere on the docks, as you saw a moment ago. There's literally nowhere else. It's literally only in that one specific spot, and I don't know why it's only in that one specific spot. You can't even argue that it's because of the little post, because this one doesn't have its missing notch in it or whatever like that, and there's a post right directly above that. So it's not the little fence post or anything like that. It's just a missing pixel, it feels like. And it's something that's there, and you can't unsee it, and I honestly wish and hope that they never fix it. I truly hope that that's never fixed, just because of how funny it is to me. So now we're over here by the crates. That's why you can go to any crate in the game, and they all have the same sprite, more or less. One of them is darker, and it's in the caves. But, as you can see here, there's a crowbar on the crate. It's something that you can't unsee. Like, look, I'm holding a crowbar here. If I flipped that crowbar upside down and then moved it over here, put it at an angle, it would be a crowbar. There's literally a crowbar on every single crate, as if the crate itself is telling you, hey, you need a crowbar to open this. But you can't do that. You can't open the crates. And it's something that I can't unsee. There's a crowbar there. There's also like a hook thing. I guess there was meant to be like a second one there, but it got cut off because it just doesn't fit all the way. But it looks just like a crowbar to me. You can't tell me otherwise. I see that and I can't unsee it now. And there's a crowbar in every single crate in the game. See, there's one right there. There's one on that one too, but it's covered up a little bit. Look at this over here. There's one there. There's one on that one, and everything. There's one on all of them. All of them are like that. But on to some more things that you can't unsee once you've seen them. It goes with the flying animation. That's why I really stole the wings, so that I can show you this. Haha! Well, this little glitch, this bug, this little thing that you can't unsee, whatever you want to call it, is quite simply, when you boop and fly, the flying animation resets. So watch this. Did you catch it? It's hard to notice at first, but once you see it, as you saw there, it stuttered for a moment, it'll reset the animation. If you fly and boop, it resets the animation, and it glitches out and stuff like that. I don't know why this is the case. I really wish it was fixed, because it's something that's been in the game for an extremely long time. But once you see that, you can't unsee that. You'll see that every single time you boop and fly now, and you're welcome for that. So let's move on to another thing that you can't unsee before I am burned at the stake for showing you these things. This next one and this last one brings us over here to the cat. You can go to either of the cats, by the way. You can boop it and it will do like a little angry face, but the cat has floating whiskers. Why is its whiskers floating? Or is those whiskers? What are they? They're just like random floating pixels. What's going on? It's a magic cat that has floating pixels near its face. I don't know what to make of that, but now you can't unsee that. And it just looks like pixels. It doesn't look like whiskers to me anymore, because it's just kind of floating there. I mean, to be fair, there's no real way to depict whiskers other than to do this, and I think they did a great job on the sprite, but I can't unsee just the fact that there's just floating pixels there now. It just looks so goofy and funny to me. I don't know. But there you have it. There's some things that you can't unsee. A little bonus one for you real quick, if I can find a character that has one. Boom, I found a character that has one. It has a little bandana. If you boop, your hoof goes, or your hoof and your whole leg goes behind the little bandana. If you have a bandana, your boops go right underneath it instead of over it like it should. Both ways, no matter what. It just goes over it for some reason. I don't know why this is the case. This is something that's been the case ever since the bandanas were added. But it's never been fixed, and it's something that you can't unsee now, because that definitely isn't right whatsoever. I am literally putting my leg through the neck part of the bandana, and then booping the sky, and then putting it back underneath that little hole where my head goes, and my neck goes, and everything like that, and then putting my leg back down. That is literally what's happening with this animation, and it's, you can't unsee it now. You literally can't unsee it. Every single time you boop and you're wearing a bandana, you will see this now. But there you have it. That is all the things that I have here for you today. Please don't kill me for this video, but I do hope that you enjoyed it somehow. Oh, look, there's another face right there. See, they're all over the place. But I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, and share, and do all those wonderful things like that, because when you do those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this. But that's not all you get. That is not all you get. You also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful. Also, another thing that I just noticed, when you're flying and you boop, your head leans forward just slightly. I've never noticed that until just now. That's not weird, but that's just, I never noticed that. Like, why does your head lean forward? It doesn't do that when when you're standing, it doesn't do that, but when you're flying, it does. I mean, I guess your whole body leans forward. Maybe that's why it does that. That is so weird. I've never noticed that before. What? I guess now you know that too. There's a little bonus one for you.